You know what? I believe that this scar turned out to be what it is because I was given two opportunities to retaliate on this person that cut me. I'd never knew before in my entire life, but post this situation, I had two opportunities. One person offered to kill him for me, and all they said was, "Could you give me a picture of him and get an area where he was at?" I got the picture. I found out he hangs out in Crown Heights. And I never gave them that information. I didn't want his blood on my hands. And another time I ran into him was I went to a friend's house in Jersey, and he was there.
What?
What?
Sitting there, 'cause me and mom, he's dead now. My friend who I went to go see is dead now. And yeah, we used to hang out every Friday in Jersey. I drive to Jersey and go hit the bars and, get that old Jersey club and that boom, 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 boom.
Punka, punka.
Yeah, so that was my Friday night. I would leave Brooklyn and I would go out there and drive to their house. It was a house full of like dudes. They all worked I think it was fresh out of college, college dates, whatever. And I would go hang out with them on Friday, nice group of guys. And one Friday I went over there and dude was sitting there in gym shorts hanging out the house. And so my buddy introduced me to him like, "Hey, Mike, this is so-and-so, so-and-so, this is Mike." I looked at him, he said, "Hey, how you doing?" I looked at him, I just put my head down, I shook my head, started laughing. I looked back at him, I said, "Boy, you don't remember me?" He looked at me, he said, "No." I said, "I don't worry about it, maybe I got my wires crossed." I went back in the living room, I sat down, and I swear to you, that same movie, they say the devil, the angel sits on your shoulders. I heard a voice say, "Go in the kitchen, get a butcher knife, and stab him to death." Like I heard the voice in my head telling me to do that, and it scared me so bad that I had that kind of evil in me that I ran out the house. I didn't say goodbye. I just ran out the house and drove back to Brooklyn, like sobbing, crying like a fucking baby, man, because I didn't like that I can go there.
Right. How ugly that was
Yeah,
for you. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's weird he didn't remember you. That's
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane.
It's a drunken bar
That's
fight.
Yeah,
fucking
it's crazy.
insane.
I had no clue.
so he has no idea. He's probably and that guy, if he's still alive, he's probably
Has
a
no
fan of The
idea.
Wire, and he probably has no idea that
Yeah.
he is
No,
the
right.
creator of,
Yeah.
the look.
Ugh.
That sounds like a scene from The Wire. I don't think.
Well, if he's listening right now, brother, I thank you.
Oh, wow. High road.
If you saw him again, would you, now that you are who you are and your life is, would you tell him, "Look, you in a way changed my life"?
Yes, I would, and I would also apologize to him.
Apologize to him.
Yeah, because the only reason that happened is because I was out of my character.
Sure.
I'm not a violent person. I was taught to walk away or to diffuse. My mother didn't raise me to fight to solve things with my hands. I can't even fight really. That's not my thing, So the fact that I was out there popping shit, as we say, and talking like I had all this shit to back it up was way out of character. It was the alcohol in me. So I would like to apologize to him because that wasn't who I am. I was out of my character. And then too, I was like to thank him because this shit turned out to be a little blessing in disguise.
When you woke up the next day, and you're a handsome guy, and you woke up the next day and you realized, like, "Oh my God, look what happened to me last night." What were you thinking when you saw yourself for the first time after that?
Well, I knew right off the bat that this was too much to try to deal with. Like this is shit that people crack up and have nervous breakdowns over. So I said, I'm not going there. I have a pimple. This is just a whitehead. It'll go away in time. And I literally did not. I didn't like allow myself to feel what had happened to me until I was on set one day. I did this movie called Mugshot right after Bullet. Right after the movie I did with Tupac, I did a small movie called Mugshot, and in the scene, my gang members, I was part of this gang, and I wanted to leave the gang. I was tired of living that lifestyle, and they didn't want me out the gang. Like, once you in for life. So they got me on the street, and they beat me up, and they took an ink marker and wrote, the leader of the gang took an ink marker and wrote his name and number on my forehead because I wasn't returning their call. Like, "Nigga, this is who, in case you forgot my fucking number, my name is Rumor, and this is my number." They wrote it on my forehead. And I had to come home in the scene and look in the mirror and deal with how my brothers disgraced my face. And I cried so fucking much in that scene that after I came out the bathroom from the scene, there was not one dry eye in the room. And the director, he rapped that day. He said, "You know what? Everybody go home. We got this. Let's go home." That was the first and last time that I cried. And I got to give a shout out to my big brother, man, Seal, the singer from London. What he did for me, his bravery to go out there in public and be a superstar with his skin looking the way it was. And I heard one time that, I don't know if it was true or not, but somebody was saying that those were tribal markers from Africa, and I was like, that's cool. Tribal markers from Africa. I can get away with that shit. I cut my hair off. I went bald. I had the flat top. I cut all that shit off, and I had a nice shaped head. So, okay, this works, and it kind of blended out the scar a little bit. It kind of worked, and so I went with that for a lot of years. This is my tribal scar. I did some ancestral research, and I found this is my people do. They cut their face like
Right.
Yeah.
That's a great story. Jesus.
Be crazy to find out the guy who did that is now a plastic surgeon.
You're funny.
Oh, you never want to hear it that way. Oh, you never want to hear it that way.
You're really funny.